construct. Express myself, I'm next up. Yeah, one more you say. Coming up. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come up now. Come on. Stop me. Come on. You coming up.
Well, hello, everyone. Come on in. Come on in here. Join us live. We are live. House of Peach, the Hop series. We on here. We doing it. Welcome. I hope that you have had a fantastic day. My day, of course, has been busy, but it's been great. It has been productive. I'm excited about being on tonight. I'm excited about this series. I'm excited just about life. Hey, Mo, how are you?
That's so good to hear. That's so good to
Oh,
hear.
yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy today. I am. This has been a very productive day. So my since I one of the colleges I teach for is in Arizona. So when the time changed this weekend, instead of me being an hour ahead, now I'm 2 hours ahead. So that gives me instead of starting at 7:30 here, I'm starting at 8:30. So that gives me a little bit of time to like work out in the morning.
Oh,
So I went and
beautiful.
took Ariel to the bus stop and came out and got my workout in and showered and got dressed and taught class. Like I've been feeling really good all day. So I'm excited about the further transformation that I have to do that I'm, working towards. So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
well, that sounded like a very meaningful morning.
Yes, it was. It was. It was
It did, it
definitely
did.
meaningful. How's your day been?
Um, my day has been, I guess, interesting.
Mm,
I have been, my hands have been in a lot of different things. So, a lot of different things are coming, are kind of falling into my lap. A few things that we spoke about, some things that we wanted to get together. I've been working on that just a little bit.
okay.
And then um hold on, our guest. Okay. Um so yeah, it's kind of been like a day with a whole lot going on. As far as homeschool is concerned, we've gotten into a little bit more of a routine, especially with like the little ones. So in the morning, we kind of go over some phonics. We have like story time. So that's kind of actually putting me on a schedule,
Mm,
as well, as much as we enjoy being free range, so to speak.
yeah.
Still having a little bit of that structure is actually quite beneficial, for the kids. The feedback from, the other parents, they're like, the kids wake up, they're like super excited, they're talking about it throughout the day.
Mhm.
Even younger siblings, like the babies, are now walking around with like these phonic sounds going on. So, yeah, I was like, so it's been an interesting but fun day.
Okay. How is it homeschooling?
Um, I think that in the grand scheme of things, so actually someone hit me the other day and was like, I'm really not sure if homeschooling, is for me. I don't know if that's something that I can be able to do.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if I could be with my kids all of the time. Well, the number one thing is honestly, you've got to like your kids. Because if you don't like your kids, then you're not going to really enjoy homeschooling.
Say,
So,
Mama love you, but I just don't like you that much to keep you here
exactly.
all
And
day.
that's a real thing. That's like a very, very real thing. And listen, there
Yeah.
is zero judgment there. Like, honestly, I don't think that you aren't a good, I will question your parenting if you don't at some point in time not like your child. But
Yeah.
the funny part about it is that's when you have to kind of look inward, and like it all
Mhm.
starts in self. So homeschooling is honestly a lot of self work as much as it is teaching. The funny thing is, you
Mm.
learn a lot about your children, about their strengths and their weaknesses. So, in the times where, and the Bible, or, a lot of people say, train up a child in the way that they should go. That
Right.
is really what it's about. It's watching. And so like our homeschool, there's a lot of different types of homeschooling. But our co-op is a little bit, it does have structure to it as far as a curriculum is concerned, but it is also still very child-led. So
Yeah.
whatever the kids are interested in, that's kind of what we're going with. So like this week, because we had read a couple of books that had to do with like seasons changing and stuff, we were talking about weather. And one of the stories was about like, it was an Iroquois story about how the rabbit ended up with a short tail.
Oh.
And yeah, it was a very, very interesting story. I was like, a lot of reading comprehension. There's so much that goes on in this little 30-minute time that you'd be surprised at like how their brain expands and like how many things that you cover in such a short amount of time. But since we were talking about all of this and we were talking about, well, is it appropriate for it to snow in the summer? And then it's like, no, it's not. Well, what makes snow? And then, we've had, one girl was like, well, it's when there's like rain and water in the clouds and then it comes down as snow. And I'm like, holy moly. And she's like 4. Okay, yeah, let's go further into this. Because at this point in time, like no one's talking grades, but our 3 to 5-year-olds are practically all on the same level and are learning from each other, and they teach each other. So it works out nicely. And so now, like, yeah, so this Friday when we get together at the library, so we virtually meet like almost daily. And then on Friday when we get together at the library, then we'll have like a couple of like things for them to do, whether we're creating something like a cloud I was just looking at today. So I was like, we might create some clouds. And then there were a couple of different things that they can do worksheet wise that will foster. And that then also goes into, the high school students as well. Like, talking about the water cycle real quick, or like what really ends up making a rainbow, we're having them actually create a rainbow in a couple of different places. So there's like tons that you can do, and you're incorporating art, you're incorporating reading, and, but
yeah, that's too much. She needs to go to school. I need my break. Like, I I love Ariel, but sometimes just that break is just what I need. So yeah, no.
Well, the funny thing is for us, school
Hey,
for the little
mama,
ones are about
come on
45
here.
minutes. Whereas like the oldest ones, the longest time that they're really doing anything is probably like 3 to 3.5 hours. That's per day. And let's be real, in the 8.5 hours or so that she's at school, that's probably about the amount of instruction between people having to tell people sit down. She got to go in between classes. She's got all this other kind of stuff that's going on. She's getting about all of that. You know what I mean? So I was like, they find things to do. My kids are very, very creative. I was like, thankfully, we live in a space where they can go outside. They are very much like 80s kids. So not to say that they don't watch TV or they're on electronics and stuff, but they do like to go outside. My oldest one sometimes times his work. So once he's done, the kids that are getting off from school that are his age are just getting out. And so then they're always knocking on the door and he goes out and he plays for hours. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's socialization that's still there. He still gets to, interact with, kids and do, other things. So it's not as weird.
Very interesting. So welcome to everyone that has joined. Jason's on. Hello, Jason. My mama's on. Hey, mama. So if you are joining us and you have not subscribed to the House of Peach, we have the QR code right there at the corner. You need to get your phone and scan that QR code so you can keep up with what is going on with House of Peach, because we're on every single Tuesday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're streaming on so many platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, on House of Peach page, we're on Morgan's page, we're on my page, so you can't miss it. Last week, let's do a recap of last week. Like, last week's topic was excellent. We were talking about divorce and what takes place with that and moving forward after. And then we had your friend, Andre? Was that his name?
Yes.
Andre came on and asked questions and gave us things from the man's perspective. It was really good. It was a great discussion. And your chat and my chat was blowing completely up that day. They love that. So we definitely got to do a part 2 to that and have some kind of spinoff from that. I think that would be good. So,
Most definitely. Like I would love, 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 love to do a part 2 of that. Andre is definitely no stranger to conversations and stuff. Like
mhm,
that's how like just sit on the couch kind of conversation is with him. But
mhm.
his wife and him actually had a podcast during COVID that was actually I believe they are a sex therapist, so it was like a sex therapy podcast. Yeah,
Oh,
and they
wow.
talked about all different kinds of things. And when I say like the conversations were very thought provoking, that's
Mhm.
where I got, that we don't yuck anybody's yum. That's his phrase.
Okay.
I was like, I absolutely, when I heard that, I was like, yo, I love that. I love that. Because that's exactly what it is. It's like, you can't,
Yeah,
like, what someone likes, that's, everyone's entitled to
right,
their autonomy and what they like.
right.
So we're not, there's no judgment there. But yeah, I would love to be able to have them back on too. His wife is actually a baker and a mom. So she's like, yeah, we'll have to have her on. She's
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
good people. So I was like, good people.
Yeah, so the lady at the Walmart Optical Center that Ariel just started talking about the podcast when I was there with her, and she wanted
Okay.
the information, and she did watch. She watched when Gigi Gal was on, and
Oh,
she was like,
wonderful.
"What's that? I love her energy." So I talked to her,
Yeah.
and she said, "I love what your co-host said. She said about yucking the yum." She's like, "I love that." She's like, "I want to use that."
Yes, yes, yes. So I was like, as much as I would
Yeah.
love to take credit, that's definitely, a Dre's thing. But that was
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal. I actually wanted to bring up, and just so that you guys know, I got a message in my Instagram inbox. And as you guys know, when we did the beginning of November episode about adoption, um, I am in the very early and new stages of, telling my story, sharing bits and pieces,
Mhm.
being part of different podcasts or different advocacy groups. And so I got this message from this young man, and he was like, I saw or I heard your episode with Christelle, whom we had as our guest.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so he was like, and I just wanted to thank you so much for being, transparent and for, sharing your story. I have been in this, for some time. And so I directed him actually to watch Christelle for our November episode.
Mm.
And he then sent me a message back and was like, oh my goodness. He's
Mhm.
like, I absolutely love this show. He was like, there's so much good in it. He goes, I don't know if there's a chance where I could be able to be on the show. He was like, but I would love to be a part of it. So I was like, listen, you can most definitely come in. And he said, she
Absolutely.
said, and honestly, I was like, if we do another adoption one, I would obviously love to be able to bring him on, because at this
Right.
part in his journey now, he's actually writing a book. So he's telling his
Oh,
story.
nice.
And yeah, I was like, it would be so nice to be able to, have that platform and to be able to just full circle. And he was like, I
Mhm.
never really thought about, adoption as far as a community, um,
Yeah. Right.
as a whole. And
Right.
as we say, even when it comes to like entrepreneurship in general, like you have to make a family, you have to surround yourself with like-minded people, or
Absolutely.
else, you know what I mean, things are going to fail. And when it
Mhm.
comes to, certain groups, like, or things like adoption, you have to choose who you're going to be around, because there are a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives. And
Mhm.
I have been in groups or have been around people where there's a lot of doom and gloom behind it.
Yeah.
And for me and
Right.
my journey, as much as there is a bad, and I'm most definitely going to highlight that, I choose to live more in the positive and see the positive in things, and find where the blessing is in it
Mhm.
versus harping on something that could be negative. because it can be draining. It's very energy draining. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, you're dealing with anyway. So to add that on, that's just where I choose, you know, not to be. So
right.
like I said, full circle again, when it comes to entrepreneurship, we want to make sure that, you know, we have that community. So kudos to us for what we're doing. You know, we're reaching a lot of different pockets and a lot of different things.
And that's what we wanted to do. That was the goal. You know, it has expanded from what we started out at. So we started out, and it's not to say that we don't do that. We still highlight our female entrepreneurs, but we've expanded that even more to real world or real life issues and things that are taking place, which makes it more personable. And I love that. I love that we do that, and the variety of people that we have coming on. And then, of course, our he said, she said that we have the end of the last Tuesday of every month. You can't beat that. That's an open forum time. Hey, Jeff, I'm going to start charging you if you're not going to be on time now. Now, what's up? Going to start charging you if you can't be on time. Even if Mike says, bring the sex lady back. Cut it out, Mike.
Yes, I listen, most definitely.
Thank you for joining. So if you are just now joining us and you have not scanned this QR code to subscribe to the House of Peach, how are you going to know we're on? How are you going to know if you don't subscribe? We need you to subscribe so you can get the notifications. We want you to experience everything that Morgan and I are doing here, and Peach and Smack in the background, and they come on from time to time. But we want you to be a part of everything that's going on. We don't want to leave you out. We no person left behind. So we are happy today about the guests that we have coming on. And I also want to talk about our guest that we have the first Tuesday in April, but I'm trying my best to hold it because, it's going to be so good. She has an amazing story to tell, but I'm going to wait. We still got a little bit longer to go. I'm going to wait. And
listen, you can give them a little teaser then at the end of He Said, She Said. So make sure you tune into that episode, and then you'll get the teaser for what's going to be coming the following week.
So the last Tuesday in this month, we have our He Said, She Said segment, and I am going to, as Morgan said, give you a little bit of who our guest is going to be the first Tuesday in April. And when I tell you her story is absolutely amazing, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss any of our shows. You don't want to miss that. But this particular one, this one is really, really big. So I'm excited about that. So today, our guest, we have, I saw a little bit of her video and was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for that to play and for her to get on here. But we're looking forward to our guest coming on this evening. Is she here yet? I'm not for sure.
Okay. I was like, she will be shortly.
Okay. All right. Well, we will make sure that when she comes in, so
I will say this though. I'm excited about her today because this is our first musical guest.
Mm-hmm.
So, music and everything that you're hearing that's going on in the music industry right now.
A straight mess is what it is.
A whole hot mess. And so I'm so excited just because one of the person that she is, and she brings her person to her music.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is so different. She's got her own style. I'm just really, really, really excited for the things that are happening for her. She's a local here in Delaware, but she's been on the grind for a while. And so, from someone who knows how long sometimes you have to work at things before sometimes it feels like, oh, okay, so now here it is. And, you're starting to get your flowers, or things are supposed to, doors and opportunities are starting to open up. It is such a wonderful thing to see the time that she's put into her craft, and the unwavering, part of, I guess, her character that has allowed her to just stay true to herself. rather than, selling out. And so like, that's why I absolutely love her name. I love everything that she's about. I know her personally. She's such a sweet person. And her voice is like just super, super powerful.
Oh,
So
it is. That
yes,
video is
I'm
amazing.
like, it's one of those like chills and whew, yes. So I'm excited.
You said a whole mouthful about, you putting in the work and putting in the time. And when we are entrepreneurs, people look for this instant gratification, this instant success without putting it in. So she stayed on a grind, even though she wasn't known like she wanted to be and wanted to take off, because she recognized, hey, I know I have a gift. I know I have talent. I know I have what it takes, but it's a process to it. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. But when it does, after you have prepared yourself, after you've done the work, after you've taken everything that you need to do to make yourself better and to improve in areas that you need to, then that's when it happens. And it comes forth and it's like an explosion. And then people are like, where did she come from? Like,
I know.
and that's how it's going to
for
be.
me, I love being like, oh no, I remember her win. Like, I remember like 4 or 5 years ago when she was doing X, Y, and like, and everybody, I'm like, oh, you just catching on now? Like, she been a beast. Like, you know what I mean? She has shown up.
What are you talking about?
She actually showed up as a guest. She was a guest for one of my husbands. So my husband started this thing. Well, I don't want to call it a thing. He started a specific night. It's called BBB, Bringing Back Bars, at a local bar here, now known as Icons. And it really is about getting back into real hip hop, into the art of actually writing and actually having something to say, and about instrumentality, because that's what he is. Like, he is an artist as well as an entertainer, but he writes. He writes all of his stuff, and he writes for other people as well. So when it comes to music and making yourself, available, you want to look. I just got excited and lost my whole train of thought. But But yeah, when she showed up to BBB, she was the only female artist.
Really?
And when it started, it was a competition. So there were judges, and they were judged on 5 different things.
Okay.
He shut this down and won. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So
we need to get her
and everything. Like, she's here, and I'm so excited. So yes. My sister. Hey. Songbird, the goddess, heavy on the goddess though.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
How y'all feeling today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm feeling blessed. I'm very, very blessed.
We are so happy to have you on here.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
So I saw some of the video and I was just like, I was talking to somebody and I stopped conversating and I was just like, and they could hear and they're like, oh my God, listen to her voice. Like, yes. I said, but you should see this video because the video's dope. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Good. It's really nice.
Good. So listen, first off, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Does anybody know what your name is?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what's the behind the scenes name? Is your name Songbird? Is this what you go through in the streets? Is this, I know you got a lot, you wear a lot of different hats, you wear a lot of different names, you know what I mean? You got mom, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from. Give us a little bit about
all of that. Well,
yeah.
I'm originally from Baltimore, and we moved here to Smyrna, Delaware, which is where I'm still at. You know what I mean? I've been here a long time, so I rep both, you know what I mean? But I've been out here in Delaware kicking it. And Songbird actually came along from my grandmother. I've been singing ever since I was about 5, 6. And she used to just always be like, go ahead and sing that song, my little songbird and stuff like that. And it just kind of stuck. And, so I used that. But as I started to, get into my rapping era, and I didn't start rapping until I was 17, like literally my senior year of high school. And, I was kicking it with a few guys in the neighborhood, and they always wanted me on the hooks. And I was thinking one day, like, you know what? I think I might be able to construct some stuff and make it sound good. And the next day I went in the studio and they heard it and they was like, yo, you're on to something. You're on to something. So I started rapping when I was 17, and I felt like, when it comes to my rapping and, how I demand attention and, the feedback that I get, I felt like, I reign over everything. I feel like I'm the goddess. So that's where Songbird the Goddess came from.
Okay, say that.
I love that.
I love
it. I've been meaning to ask you that, and I'm like, no better place for me to ask that. How did you get this Songbird? Yes. Okay. April, I was like, April, do you have any questions? I was like, no, because I'll just go in.
Right. So no. I'm gonna let you do it, and I'll jump in when I can. But I wanted to know when you started singing. So you said at 5, 6 when you started. Oh, wow.
In the church.
That's where they all start, don't they? They all start in the church. They all start in the church. Well, okay, that's good. So you have children. How many children do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, my little twin.
So I know she's super proud of you.
Oh, very, very proud. And
is she a singer too?
Absolutely. She sings and she raps. Yes. Like I'll hear her sometimes throwing on YouTube and she'll have a beat on and she'll just start going. She just got it naturally. You know what I mean? And not even just from my side, but her late father, he just passed away, in like about a year ago in February. So he also raps and sings. So she's got it on both sides.
Oh, so, it's in the bloodline. It is in there. Yeah. So at what point did you start to where you start producing your things and you did the video, which was really well done, really nice. And I think we're supposed to show it tonight. But how did you get connected with people in order to do that?
Well, like I said, I've been doing it for a long time. And once I had my daughter around like 21-ish, I kind of fell back from the music. I had just started getting my feet wet a little bit, but I wasn't going ham like I should have. So, there was a big legend here in Smyrna. He goes by Big Snap. Rest in peace to him. And he just was like, yo, Songbird, you got to get back out here. You got to get back out here. Like, there's no way. Like, you have too much talent. You have things to say. You really, really, can write. You really, really can rap. You really can sing. Like, nobody's doing what you're doing right now. Like, so you need to get back out there. So I really started really putting stuff out and producing things about 2016-ish. And then once I ended up with my current boyfriend, Asphalt the Veteran, he made sure to, really put me on the scene. And that's really when I started going ham. So I've really been going ham since about 2017. But on the other accord, shout out to my label, 50 Shots. I met them, about a year ago as well. And it's been up from there. Like, I really love, my team. Shout out to Armor, 50 Shots. Shout out to Raj, for putting everything together for me. And like, they've just really been everything that I've been dreaming of doing, it's really coming into fruition and they're making that happen for me. So so everything's been great. I'm excited.
So I was going to ask you, so how is it now that knowing all these years you had gift, you had talent, you were doing things and then you put it down for a little bit and then you pick it back up and then all of a sudden it starts to just steamroll and just go. How does that feel?
When I tell you it feels amazing, it feels so amazing. Like, it's like, you just always want that recognition for what you do, and especially the type of product that you put out, especially with everything that's going on, industry wise and what they try to push. And I'm going like totally against that grain. And so for people to still being so inviting to my message, and so invited to my craft, it's amazing. It's very, very much amazing. And it's just getting better and better each day. So I can't be blessed.
Yeah.
Can you talk to because in our intro for you, I was saying that, with everything that's going on with the industry, talk about what it's like to maintain the character and the woman that you are versus easily being able to, and I don't always want to say sell out because
Absolutely.
but you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
sometimes it's not. You look at it more as a business move. Like they're just like football players. Like, no, I'm playing football so I could be able to provide for my family. Like that's the only reason why I'm doing this. And once I get this, then I'm out, kind of thing. Even if that's the case, how do you maintain the character of, no, this is who I am, and I understand that this is what sells, but at no point in time am I compromising who I am
For sure.
for that.
Well, like I said, I do call myself the goddess, and I don't feel like, with me calling myself the goddess, that's just a title. It's a lifestyle for me. And because I have a daughter, I definitely want to give her the utmost respect and also the greatest, inspiration that I can, because at the end of the day, she's always looking at me for everything. I know I'm such a motivation for her. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to my respect, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that I want to try to bring back, to the, hip hop MCs and singers and all of that. We have to, get that respect back, you know what I mean? But it starts with us, So at the end of the day, it is still a balance, I'm not saying that I haven't done, kind of like, on that type of roster of music. I have, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I look at it, as you said, a business move, as well as showing my versatility. Not only can I be on this side, but if you wanted me to write this type of music, it's nothing. You know what I mean? So it's really more so, keeping a balance, keeping your self-respect, and just standing on it. You know what I mean? Like you got to stand on it. Like you can't waver. You know what I mean? Because people will notice that. So that's pretty much how I maintain that.
And how are conversations with your label or even, let's say, some big time label were to approach you,
right?
How would you negotiate being able to keep your content the way that it is? Like you said, you don't mind being versatile. Like, yeah, sure, I'll do a feature here, I'll do this on here, but at the end of the day, when I'm doing my work, this is what my work is going to look like. How does that look? Because sometimes, once it gets big, now all of a sudden we get a little intimidated with, oh no, if I say no, then I just lose my chance.
But like I said, for sure. First and foremost, I have to always, that's going to be like number one in any contract that I have. I need my creative control, period. You know what I mean? And like, again, like I said, I'm going to stand on that. You know what I mean? And that just has to be a part of it. Like, like I said, and like you said, I have no problem, stepping out the box, doing a little something here, doing a little something there. Kendrick has done it. J. Cole has done it. A lot of the greats have done it. But at the end of the day, their footprint is still the legacy that they created, you know what I mean? And the image that they wanted it to be. And that's kind of what I want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, the creative control, at the end of the day, I don't mind doing anything, but let the creative control be all on me. That's what I need. You know what I mean? And if I could find somebody that would really, really work with me on that, if they see the gem that I am, that I know that I am, they'll be with that,
Awesome.
Let's talk about that part. You talking about knowing the gem that you are. See, artists, people, entrepreneurs, people in general, they don't realize or they don't stand on knowing who they are. So when you stand on knowing who you are, then you're not going to settle for anything not going to meet where you are. So you said you're Songbird, the goddess. And you walk that every single day. So there's an air that you have. There's a way that you carry yourself. And you have to do that, especially in this industry where it's difficult for women, period. But the way things are, it makes it even worse. So you have to stand strong and firm on who you are and keep your integrity. And like, this is how I'm like, you said, I'm going to keep my creativity. This is going to be my thing. I'm not getting ready to succumb to what y'all want me to do because that's not who I am. And if that's what you want me to do, then I'm going to go and I can do this on my own and find somebody else. So for those that are watching, when you are in entrepreneurship or you're doing things on your own, maintain that integrity in who you are and be confident in who you are and stand
Know your worth. Know your worth.
Absolutely.
Know your worth. That's just really what it comes down to. Know your worth, stand on it, and do not waver from it. Like you said, never settle for less. Never.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you set your worth? Like, and I say set your worth now in the sense of not necessarily knowing what you have inside. But now when you are approached with opportunities, gigs, how do you set that in knowing, like, you know what I mean? Because that's a problem that we all have as entrepreneurs. Like, I done said this is what my price is, and now all y'all want that discount, or it's not in the budget. You know what I mean? So what is that like for you in negotiating that?
Well, like I said, before I got with 50 shots, I would do the like $50 hooks, $100 verses. You know what I'm saying? And people would pay me that. But now at this point, people see the, you know, the footsteps that I've taken and the ladder that I've been, you know, climbing a little bit, the work that I've been putting in, but not just now, but throughout this whole time, you know? And now that I say the price, it's kind of like set, and people respect it. You feel what I'm saying? They respect it because they know what they're going to get. They know it's going to be a great product every time. Every time. It doesn't matter if it's my song or somebody else's song. I always put 100% in it because you never know where it's going to get heard, you know, where it's going to pop up at and get in the right hands, you know? So I always put 100%. But yeah, for sure. I'm definitely set on that. Like, this is what it is. And yeah, a lot more people than you realize actually respect it. And I think it just really comes down, like, you know, especially the type of artist that I am. And the respect that I get offhand. Like you said, you know, I definitely do carry an air about me. Like, when I step in the room, it's that. So, you know, and people respect that. So they definitely gonna pay that tag.
I hear that. Talk that heavy stuff.
And they're gonna, and as you progress and as you move forward and then get bigger and bigger, and your prices have to go higher and higher, they're still gonna pay it because they know the quality of work that they're going to get. So if you're producing the quality work that people know, oh yeah, they don't care about that.
They don't.
Oh, that's how much it is? That is? Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, for real? Well, maybe let me go back and check these numbers again. But yeah, so that always works. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have you had other up and coming artists come to you for advice or for direction or leadership? Have you had that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Even people that have been doing it just as long as I have, they always reach out, you know, send me a song here and there, you know, can you check this out? Tell me how you feel about it. And stuff like that makes me feel good, that you feel like, you know, you really kind of put me on, like, you know, not really the pedestal, but as such a pivot, you know, that you would want that advice and, you know, that feedback from me. So it definitely feels good when people do that. Absolutely. Especially the younger generation of female hip hop artists. You know, there's this one girl, she goes by Des. She goes by Who That Des on Instagram. Shout out to her. She was actually in my video as well. And she's really got potential. She's really got potential. And she's definitely been in contact with me, and we talk a lot. And you know, she's definitely on her way. So it does feel good when people come out of nowhere and just, you know, hey, can you push this song for me? Or, you know, see how this sounds, you know, do you think this is missing, you know, any of that, because they really trust my critique. And that does feel good. That's definitely a very proud moment for me.
Oh, well, then that says a lot about who you are. I just want to watch this video. I want to watch this video. The little clip that I saw wasn't enough. Like, I was completely in it. Like, I need to see all of this. All of this. So are we going to show that? Are we going to be able to show that on here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know I definitely put it in the chat.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Yay. Okay.
Yes.
Get it.
Okay. I'm ready to
exactly. I'm excited.
Hello to everyone. While we get this up, hello to everyone that's on. We had someone on from Manchester, England. Hello, England. Look at that. Look at this. We're all over.
Exactly.
Don't discount us now.
Exactly.
Hello,
hey,
Cheryl. I see you on here. Everybody, who's on your page? How many of your folks on your page?
I was like, I got Amira and Shamika on right now, and my cousin Jared. Hey guys.
Hello. Oh, we ready? We were just talking.
Yeah. Look, April's ready. She is ready to see this. Yes, exactly.
I love it.
And I was like, look, I'm gonna ask, like, look, can you sing us out?
You read my mind.
If it's one of those, you know, goodbye, farewell to you, my friends, you know.
Oh my gosh, what y'all want me to sing?
Well, we're gonna wait. We're gonna let you sing
Okay.
it towards the. You gather it when we get ready to go out at the end. But we want to get this video up. We want everyone to
Okay.
see this video.
Good. Sounds good.
What's the point in being different if they gon' hate on you anyway? I tried to be like y'all, but it messed with my spirit in a different way. I lift my head up to the sky, what's my purpose? And if I sell out for this bag, is it worth it? Treat my morals and my values like they're worthless. For a rollie in a wall full of purses, nothing even matters to me anyway. Nothing even matters. That shit, it never matters to me anyway. It never matters. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I know I'm complete. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I know I'm okay. See, it's okay when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Man, I'm too solid to go through this and put me down when I'm not with them but against them. Then tell lies because the enemy is vengeful. Yeah, you won't knock me off my tempo. No, I'm protected by my ancestors. You can't touch a child of God. You can't touch me. No, you can't. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I know I'm complete. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I know I'm okay. I just want you to be you and let me be me. I know I'm complete. I just want you to be you and let me be me. I know I'm complete. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I know I'm complete. I know. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I keep a dollar and a dream on me. I know I'm okay.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love it. Oh my God. That was
Thank
amazing.
you.
That was great. Oh wow. That was nice.
Thank you so much.
That was so okay. So did you write the song?
Absolutely. I write all my music. All of my music I write.
What was the basis for the song? I love the words. I love the message of the song. Yeah, I love the music, but
Yes.
the words is what I
Yes.
really listened to on that. The beat was great, but what was the basis for writing that? What gave you the inspiration to do it?
Honestly, like, again, just looking at, how the industry is and how it portrays, us Black and colored women, and I'm not going to sit here and lie like I don't struggle with, I should go that way because I know I'm going to blow, you know what I mean? Or, I want to stay true to myself, and then at the end of the day, I'm just like, you know what? I just want to be me. Y'all can be you. I respect what you got going on. Just respect what I got going on. And at the end of the day, I'm not about to change for nobody.
Yeah, yeah,
So just be yourself, being yourself in any situation is going to get you further than capping and all that other stuff, doing it for the
yeah.
clout. At the end of the day, you're just going to hurt yourself because that's not you. So I don't want to
Right.
be that type of artist in the long run, making a lot of regrets for the steps
Mhm.
that I've made to get where I'm at. I want to be
Yeah.
happy with every single decision that I made, you know, and I want to
Right.
keep that integrity. I want to keep that self-respect. And that's what I'm going for, you know, and I don't want anything less. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that song definitely said it.
Yes.
Definitely said you can't touch a child of God. I keep a dollar and a dream. All you keep the dream all the time.
Yes.
You're gonna live towards that. I'm like, okay, love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that was the great.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Mark.
feel like that whole hook is like just affirmations in the morning,
Yes.
like just
Mhm,
saying like I know I'm complete.
mhm.
Yes. Yes.
I
That's the
know
way I
I'm
am.
okay. Like that's one
Yeah.
of those just grounding, just like telling yourself like just knowing that that's that inner peace that you walk out each day with on a regular. So yeah, I keep that on repeat. That's one of a few I keep on repeat. Okay, I be
Yes.
So
trying
where
not to
can
be
we
singing in the
get this?
shower. Hmm?
Where can we get this? Where can we download this?
Oh, you can get it everywhere. It's on all streaming platforms. Apple
Okay.
Music, Spotify, you know, YouTube, you know, it's everywhere. She's
Oh well,
everywhere.
I will be downloading that tonight.
Yes, yes, yes. And I was like, and she has another video that just dropped that actually has her daughter in it too, which
Yes.
is fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
underestimated. Yes.
Yes, yes.
I
very
love that.
nice.
So
What kind of
listen,
advice?
talk a little bit about now venturing outside the wall. So I like you said, you're not necessarily from Delaware, but you've been in Delaware for a really long time. And
Yes.
so now what does it look like to move outside state walls and take your music to other places? What is that like personally for you? What
Yes.
is that like as far as just an artist in general? Because, sometimes that travel is just a new experience altogether.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. But like at this point, I've got to keep the ball rolling. You know what I mean? Like I've got a fire up under me right now. So I want to keep it lit as much as possible. So like right now I'm trying to look into, getting into some, ventures in Philly, Jersey. We're gonna go ahead and start there and then, just work our way, through the masses. But that's pretty much what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go ahead and get the tri-state on lock. Get the tri-state on lock. And then from there, yeah, I'm ready to start going other places, Definitely want to touch down in Cali at some time, Houston, that's a great place to be for,
Mhm.
an artist right now. So I'm definitely trying to touch all of those bases for sure, especially in Philly, because I give a neo soul vibe. And that would be great at spoken word events, all of that type of stuff. So
Oh
I could definitely
yeah,
do a whole nother market with that. And that's exactly
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's
yeah.
what.
So my mom is watching, and she said, "Wow, that was nice." She
Oh,
loved
thank
it.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Tamika
much.
over here said, she said, I love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
Yes,
So,
you
yes,
can go to all platforms and download it.
yes,
Somewhere God is download
Go
that.
get it. Go get
Appreciate
it.
it.
yes, yes,
Please.
yes.
You balance everything because you're working, plus you're doing the music, plus you're a mom.
Yes.
How do you do all of this?
Like honestly, my daughter is such a great kid that it's very easy to keep the balance, to be completely honest. And then honestly, she's a big part of when I do, a lot of my creativity. Like, she might be humming something that I like and put something together and we'll put it together. So like because of her being just such an angel, it really actually makes it very easy, and I definitely try not to take anything from work home, and if anything, I always try to fuel it into the music. So it's actually a pretty good balance for me. It's not
Mhm.
too much, I feel like as I get bigger, it's probably going to be a little bit crazier, but right now it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
for
Oh,
sure.
Absolutely. Look, I can see her, you totally taking her on the road too. It's like,
Oh,
listen, pack it up, mommy, let's go.
yes, she's going to come. Sure.
she's ready for that. I know
She's ready
she's
for that.
ready.
She's definitely ready for that.
Yeah, that's going to be great for her. And that bond that the two of you have that helps, and that you can collab together
Yeah.
and get her in this even at a young age and open up her creativity and where she is. And some kids, they don't enter into things a little bit later in life, but the fact that she's 10 and she's already doing things now, by the time she's a teenager, like she's
Exactly.
huge,
Exactly. And she's
huge.
seeing you build from the ground up. So
Yeah.
when it comes to her doing her own thing, now she already has she has a base And
Yeah.
she, you know what I mean? She's got a good sounding board. And then she also has in you someone that she knows that she can be able to trust. So now, and I was like, and that's kind of hard, especially when you look at, you know, a lot of people in the music industry and how the relationship is with their parents. You know what I mean? And it's fueled sometimes by a lot of greed and other things. But,
Yes.
you know, it's like you've got your own thing going on. And it's like, and but then at the same time, you can pour into her and help her be able to shape her craft, which is completely separate from yours, but to make sure that she shines in her own light. You know what I mean? So I was like, I love the example that, you know, you're showing and giving to her. Like
Thank you.
I'm excited for her next too.
I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mess. She's already something else, so I can only imagine. She's gonna be Songbird 2.0, but she'll be her own entity, of course. You know? But yeah, she's on the right road.
So here's the question for you. What do you like to do in your free time? So when you're not working, when you're not momming, when you're not singing, what you doing?
I like being in front of the camera. So, you know, I've actually been getting into, you know, modeling and, you know, all that good stuff. I like doing nails, you know, and I like being outside too. And now that it's getting warm and everything, I can go back to grounding and getting some of that sun. So that's what I'm really into, you know, working out, you know, just regular stuff, you know, looking at movies, you know, getting creativity from other stuff. Like I'll put on like, you know, Missy Elliott videos and old Busta Rhymes videos and stuff like that, you know, and just get a little bit of a, you know, a little inspiration sometimes. So that's pretty much about it.
Buster, I love Busta Rhymes.
Absolutely.
My girlfriend and I, back when he had first came on the scene, we had plotted and planned. We found out where he was having a party, and we were getting ready to go and crash this
Okay,
party.
yes.
Like, but we never got up enough nerve to go.
Oh my God.
What? Find out where this party was and just go. And I wish the day that I had done that. I could have been Mrs. Busta Rhymes. You never know.
Yes,
Listen, we would have really been friends then, because like
seriously.
right there,
Oh yeah, love him. Love him. So how has support been from your family with all that you're doing with your music? How are they? They very supportive, encouraging? How's that?
Yes, absolutely. I have a big family. Like my grandma on my mom's side, like her mom alone had 13 kids. My mom is the baby. And yep. And then on top of that, I actually have a twin aunt who used to do like concerts at their high school. They were so nice. Like it was dope. So it's always been in the bloodline, you know, the musical talent, you know, and the geniuses. So it's always been there, and the support is definitely there. Always has been since I really have been pushing. I mean, it's been great. You know, I have a great support system, so I cannot be upset at all. You know, they're very proud of me, and I'm proud of me. So
Yeah, and that's what matters. You got to be proud of you first. Everybody else can be proud of you, but if you're not proud of yourself and you don't see the worth in yourself, then you won't put forth the effort. You won't go the mile. But if you see it, that's just icing on the cake when they say it.
Absolutely.
But I'm proud of me first.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
That's good.
You know, it took a while to get here. I wasn't always this like, you know, cocky and confident, or however you want to pull it. You know, it wasn't always like this. It took a while to get here, but like I'm very much at a point in my life where like, man, I don't doubt anything. I just do it, you know, and it comes out and it shows, you know. So I'm just excited.
Yeah,
so
I love that for you.
Talk about that, because a lot of people may still be in that stage of not feeling like they're worth or that they were good enough. And you said you were in that place, but you got to where you are. Well, how did you do that? How did you get to where you are now?
Honestly, I stopped making music for them and I started making music for myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know what's going to blow. I know what could, you know, catch a couple more eyes than, you know, maybe what I'm getting right now. But it didn't feel right, you know? It just didn't feel right. It wasn't sitting right in my spirit. Like I said in The Dollar and the Dream, you know? I tried to be like y'all, but it messed with my spirit in a different way. Because it's like, how do I go from saying goddess, 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 and now I'm on some other stuff where you're like, okay, she just flipped a whole new page, you know? So yeah, I stopped making, you know, music for the fans, if you will. And I've created my own land, and now I've created my own fans, you know, that are here to support me. So I just stopped making music for them and I started making music for me. And I really only make music when I really have something to say. So that also helps as well. So I'm at peace with some things. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
So you
that's
felt
good.
Andre 3000 when he said, "Nah, like I dropped this album because I really didn't have anything to say." Like you
I really didn't.
got it.
I really didn't, you know. That's exactly, you know, for sure. And I definitely see where you know his standpoint and viewpoint was on that as well, because you know,
Yeah.
right at the height of what, you know, him and, you know, Outkast were doing and everything, like, you know, music was changing just crazily, you know, and you know, like you know, he is who he is. You know, he's a genius. So, you know, he does things a little differently, and I felt where he was coming from with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. We needed that healing vibe
Yeah.
at the time anyway. So it worked. But honestly, when you go back and you listen to his, you know, his works, you know, further back, and it's like, yo, there was a lot that he was saying. Like you can listen to songs a bunch of times and not miss a whole lot. Everything,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So to go back and listen to it. And that's what I really enjoy about yours too. Like it's about depth. Like anybody can make, you know, some music or rhyme some words or sing some song, you know, some lyrics on top of some music. But to actually have something with like real content and with some real depth, like I can appreciate that. So, you know, thank you for being someone who really just has when you have something to say, really putting it out there.
Yeah.
You're translating that very well.
Yeah, and thank you for not compromising and you being you, because that is going to definitely resonate more with people, because nowadays people they don't want fake, and they can tell when you're doing something or when an artist produces something and it really isn't them. Like I can tell when an artist sings a song, I'm like doesn't even match with them. But and they go off and do this stuff, and people like, they really didn't do too well. But when they see the authentic you and they can feel that authenticity in your work, that draws them. They're like, okay, she's gonna be real with me. She's gonna give it to me straight. I want to follow what she's doing. I want to listen to this. So kudos to you for doing that. Keep being real and authentic, because that's what's needed today. We don't want the fake. We want the real. I want to be able to feel like, okay, she feel me. She relate to me. You know, sis, what I got going on. Right. That's what I want. I need something that's going to help me in whatever time I'm in and what's going on. But if it's too superficial, no thanks. I don't want that. I need that deep stuff that's going to make me think and consider, like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm going to do it my way and be happy about it. So.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is too, you get that from the vibe when she performs, because a lot of people don't, like, you can listen to stuff as far as, music that's released, or, albums that are released. But then when you actually see a performance, to be able to get that message in the music to be conveyed, like to the point where people feel it, like, I was like, like she embodies this whole thing. And she's like the goddess thing is real. Like that presence is real. When she walks into the room, like she really does command attention. And from like the presence, it's like, boom, I'm here. I swear, like, whenever I'm not kidding. We can be in a bar and you walk through the door and my head goes like this. That's just and I know who she is. Like that's sis. But she has this presence that's there. And then to be able to command the room like that, like that's a gift. And I want you to know that, like, there's a gift in that entertaining, and understand that that is also a separate portion of business.
Absolutely.
So just the same as I charge separately for placentas as birth support,
exactly,
entertainment, and music, sis. This is multiple streams. Get it, okay? Because this right here, you are really onto something, and I'm super, super proud of. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much.
How do you prepare yourself for a performance? What do you? Are there any
Yeah.
rituals or anything that you do before you go out and you get ready to perform?
I try not to talk too much throughout the day. You know, like I try not to like over, exhort my vocal cords, honestly. So I'll talk real soft, like almost on some Michael Jackson type time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just like, try not to, project any, too much. And I'll do a little bit of, rehearsing or whatever, because a lot of times I don't like, just because you hear it the way that you hear it, when I perform it, I like to perform it my way. You know what I mean? So I might be feeling completely different than how I recorded the track. I might want to hit the low note here where I actually hit the high note, depending on how, how I feel. So I just rehearse, a little bit, but honestly, I don't really do too much. I drink my tea, I get, meditating, and I just get ready for the, for the time that it's time. And once they call my name, I get into goddess mode and it's over. So
Is there any nervousness when you get ready to walk out?
As long as I've been doing this, it's always still a nervousness before every performance. It is. But every time I just go up there and I kill it, So I mean, it's just crazy. But it is. It's still that. Still to this day.
Yeah.
It could be something small. It could be something big. Either way, I'm always a little bit jittery beforehand, but I get it together right at the nick of time. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just get out there and you open your mouth and boom, it just goes, and all the nervousness goes away, and you just
exactly
give them just what they came for. You wanted this, I'm giving it to you today.
Yes, raw.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I always wish that I had a different type of voice. Like I do a little singing, but nothing that I would just be like, oh, I'm gonna go out here and become an artist. Like no, because I need training and stuff. So I always admire artists and what they can do vocally.
Yes.
Because it's like wow, because I'm a frequency person, so frequency of people's voices and how they are and harmony and things like that draws me, and it like literally does something to me.
Yeah.
And so I take that. So certain voice types I love. So as I'm like you literally had me mid conversation stop. Like, wait a minute, this is the voice I need to pay attention to. So you probably gonna be on repeat today.
Yes.
Download this music, repeat on Apple Music. Yeah, I love it. Oh my goodness. I am so happy that you were able to come on. I'm so happy you were able to to highlight your video and your song. Oh my, everybody needs to see this. Y'all please go on all these platforms and download this music. You will not be disappointed. We got the songbird goddess herself on here. And please don't forget about Morgan and I when you blow. Don't forget about us. I remember when, because I'm going to be one of those, like, hey, you on the podcast.
Remember me.
Right. So now I feel left out because you get to see her perform. I'm way over here in Florida, so seems like I might need to make a few trips to Delaware.
You do see, and I was like, it was just like a couple weeks ago when I was at Velvet Show. And I was like, that was so nice for me to be able to flip over and be able to still show you exactly what she had going on too. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, listen, there's a lot of amazing things. Like everybody's always like Delaware, like you know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff that really is fine. There's a lot of popping people here. Yes. You know what I mean? And Delaware deserves some respect. I know I sound so crazy for saying this, but Delaware deserves the respect for having some really dope people in a lot of different areas. Like there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of really good-hearted individuals that are here making noise in every single one of their areas. And, shout out to all of them.
I agree with that.
What can you give as a final, this final note, and then we're going to have you sing a little something.
A single final note, exactly.
We're going to have you sing, of course. What advice or encouragement can you give to up-and-coming artists?
You got to put in the work. That's for one. You got to put in the work. It's not going to happen overnight. I thought when I first started, it was just going to be, followers galore and views and that. Nope. And it's a different world also because, we have everything like online. Social media is a very big part of it. Just, creating content, and just, staying on your path. And again, being yourself, and just putting out things that people are going to receive very well. So I would just say, it's hard work and you got to be willing to put it in. If you really, really believe in yourself and you feel like you're the gem that I feel like that I am, then you'll put in the work and it will pay off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
So I see here it says you're headlining Queens of the Mic next month.
Yes, I is.
About that.
That is so exciting for me because I love Smack. Like, honestly, that was one of the very first platforms that I ever performed at. And she was just open arms, and she has been ever since then. She's definitely one of my mentors for sure. So anytime she asks me to come and do anything, it's always a blessing and it's always an honor. So yeah, so I'm headlining for Queens of the Mic. And I'm very, very, confident about it because I've done it before, you know what I mean? Before Smack, I got sick and everything and, kind of wasn't on the scene and everything, but Lord, willing, she's still here. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
And she's back putting the shows on. So, I'm very, very excited to be a part of this. And really ever since she's been, doing the unsigned hype, shows or whatever, I've been at like pretty much every single one. So I'm really excited for this one,
Oh, and now when is that? Just in case if anybody is going to watch this in the area that might want to come. What's the date?
To be completely honest, I'm not exactly sure the date, but when I do, everybody can catch my Facebook, my Instagram at Big Body Goddess, BAWDY, not the little one. And you'll be seeing a flyer coming out soon, but it's definitely gonna be next month. So don't forget, don't everybody mark their calendars when I finally get the date.
All right, now tell us again how we can find you on social media, your social media platform.
Yes, absolutely. I'm on Instagram at Big BIG Body BAWDY Goddess, Big Body Goddess on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook, Songbird the Goddess. I have a TikTok, that's Big Body Goddess. Just check me out. I'm always doing something, and definitely go get that album, Goddess Flow. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. You can catch Dollar and a Dream on there as well. So
yes, awesome. It says it looks like it might be April 13th. So we'll make sure that is posted on House of Peach this way, for the local folk who want to come or y'all want to drive up to come see Songbird because she's worth the drive. You know what I mean? Like worth the live is worth the drive. Yes, Songbird is worth the drive.
I promise you, I'm going to bring that energy every time. So yes,
I
definitely know it's going to be at Townsend Tavern. That's in Townsend, Delaware, April 13th. Queens of the Mic, Big Body Goddess will be headlining. Y'all come check me out.
Shout out to Jen and Roxy. I would love to have them on as well. Yes, I was like, those are great people too. Okay, so here is, I guess, our request. Why don't you sing us a little of your favorite song, whatever your favorite song.
My favorite song? I was just listening to one of my favorite songs today by Mary J.
Okay.
So I'll sing that.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Baby, there's no need to tell you. As far as I can clearly recall, my love is made for you and you. So you don't have to worry at all. I'll sacrifice my time. I'll make sure you're satisfied. And there's no hard thing to the joy I bring. I want to give you all my love. That's all I want to do. Yeah, and every hour, baby. Don't you look no more. My love is yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love it. Even a cappella, she can do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
on. This was so much fun. I got it. I have the album down. I'm getting ready to download this as soon as we get off here. Like, boop, 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 done.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are excited for everything that has taken place in your life these past few years and how you built up into where you are now. We're expecting nothing but greater things for you, and we speak that over you. We just want you to know we thank you so much, and we are happy for where you're going. And I know all of you that are on have watched or will watch the replay. You will be absolutely blessed by her music. Don't forget to go on every platform and download Goddess Flow. That's got it written down here. Goddess Flow. Download it so you will have it and you can listen to it on a regular. And for those of you that are in the Delaware region or anywhere close by, April 13th, she will be headlining Queens of the Mic. So you will get a chance to see her live and in person doing what she does best. Oh my.
All right. Hey, Lindsay, love from the Delphi group, my people. She said, we're working hard over here. Thanks for the vibes and sharing your gift, Songbird the Goddess. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Delphi group is a great, great group. We actually have someone coming in May from that group to really talk about what they are all about. And I'm excited for that too. So I said, Delaware be on fire. Yeah.
We on fire.
There's a lot going on in Delaware. Look, best kept secret over there. Nobody talks about. Y'all just don't sleep on Delaware. There's a lot of talent there.
A lot.
Lots of talent.
I know.
Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. A lot of people talk about Delaware. Even Langston Hughes wrote about Delaware.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did.
All right.
So yeah,
we see now that there are so many great people that are in Delaware. Definitely. Y'all don't forget to join us next week. We're going to be back here at the same time on these same platforms. If you have not subscribed to the House of Peach, come on, don't do us like that. Scan this QR code so you can keep up with when we are on live. YouTube, Facebook, in 3 different places. You can't miss us.
Right.
Absolutely. Exactly. And we're looking to expand a little bit more. You know what I mean? So
expansion is always a good thing. It's always a good thing.
Absolutely. Exactly. Like next week. So I was like, you definitely want to tune in next week. Next week, I believe we have an email marketing guru. So if you need help with marketing, you need somebody that remote, you need a little help here. Because, we can't always do everything by ourselves. And I am in the find someone else to do it era right now. My business. Yes. So make sure that you guys tune in, like April said.
Absolutely.
Same time, same station, 7:15 Eastern time. What time, your time?
My time is 6:15.
Okay, and then 5:15 the other time. Okay, all y'all out there on the West Coast, right?
Is it 4? It's 4. Is it 4? I don't know. They know what time zone it is.
Y'all know exactly. We figure it out. Y'all know what time it is.
Y'all figure out what your time zone is. Don't ask us. We can call it. I just can't keep up with mine because I keep thinking I'm in Florida. Should I be on Eastern Standard Time? No. You're so far west in the state. No, that's what my students were like. Isn't that Eastern Standard Time? No, I'm not. So I just can't keep up with me and where my mama is. I don't know wherever y'all are.
Nobody else is. Gotcha.
Y'all figure it out. This is where we are. You figure out what matches up. I can't.
That's it. That's all.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get
night.
Yes.
All right, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much again. We appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Yeah, we appreciate you so much. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Yes,
y'all have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Glow.